Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Creighton Rabs with your sports report. The Cal-U women's basketball team's chances for the NCAA playoffs took a hit Tuesday night as the Vulcans lost for the second time in 3 games with a 62-57 loss to Gannon in Tuesday night's PSAC quarterfinal game. To Hammermill Center we go, and this may be the last time this season we see the Vulcans huddle up on the court, but we shall see as Emma Mahadi gets the Vulcans off to a good start. Draws the and one. California would take a 13-9 lead. End of the first half, Jenny Teese gets wide open on the baseline layup, beats the buzzer. We're tied at 24. On to the second half. Gannon goes off on a 14-2 run. Here's Brittany Betts with a 3-ball. And then Nettie Blake, one of the most dominating players in the PSAC. Just those moves, it makes her a very difficult player to defend. Back-to-back layups would make it 38-27 Gannon. Vulcans would rally. Here's Emma Mahadi and one, and she is pumped up about that. Vulcans would take a 2-point lead, and then later on in the second half, another and one. More fired up is Emma Mahadi. Gannon would score the last 7 points of the game. Here's C-Bombs, 3-ball, a little short, and California would lose 62-57. And there you have it. Emma Mahadi had a game-high 22 points, but Gannon's trio of Nettie Blake, Jen Papich, and Molly Sebald carried the day for the Golden Knights. They are now ranked 3rd in the country and 1st in the latest Atlantic Regional Poll. And speaking of those regional polls, California had been ranked 7th the previous 2 weeks. They are now out of the top 10. Gannon, Glenville State, Edinboro, and Bloomsburg remain in the top 4. Virginia State remains 5th, while Shaw jumps from 8th to 6th after they won their 4th straight CIAA title last weekend. West Liberty, Fairmont State, Fayetteville State, and Charleston round out the top 10. Vulcans will await their fate as the NCAA will announce the field of 64 for the Division II women's basketball playoffs Sunday night at 10 p.m. on NCAA.com. Gannon, meanwhile, will face Bloomsburg on Sunday in one PSAC semifinal. It'll be a rematch of last year's conference title game won by Bloomsburg. Host Edinboro will face Westchester in the other semifinal this Saturday. CUTV will be producing Sunday's PSAC championship game from Edinboro for PCN. Marks the 3rd collaboration between CUTV and PCN this school year.
This is a great experience for the students to get a chance to showcase all their hard work to a larger audience. We've been lucky to have a relationship with PCN for about the past 15-16 years. Have done about between 20 and 25 live shoots for them. This year we've been lucky enough to be asked to do 3 shoots, a high school football game, PSAC football championship game, and now the women's PSAC championship game live on PCN.
I think it's a fun experience for students because we get to go and travel to a different game, and also it's always fun to cover the championship games. But it's nice to be able to cover something completely live on cable because it's a little bit more structured, so we get that experience as well. That's not something that we get very often, and it's just a lot of fun working with the people from PCN because you can make those connections and you can learn to do some different things.
It's also great because the conference has sought us out to do these games for the West, which means they trust our ability and like what we do, and also on the PCN side, they know that we can bring home the broadcast.
And CUTV's production of the PSAC Women's Championship game will air on PCN Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. On men's basketball, even though the Cal-U men's basketball season ended in heartbreak at Mercyhurst last Saturday, CUTV was at the PSAC men's quarterfinal contest between Slippery Rock and Gannon. Tuesday night's double overtime win by Gannon marked a rematch of last year's overtime thriller won by the Rock. Back to the Hammermill Center we go. Slippery Rock's Tabari Perry getting warmed up. There you see John T. Riley, the PSAC West Coach of the Year. Well-deserved honor for the Golden Knights leader. Here's Maurice Lewis-Briggs, 3-ball from the corner pocket. Drills it. The Rock up by 10, but Adam Blazek caps off the rally. 3-ball, bang. That ties it at 26. Move on. Late in the second half, watch Lewis-Briggs, number 2 on your screen. Gets called for a lane violation on a foul shot. That would be costly, but he makes up for it with a 3-ball, 4-point Rock lead. Adam Blazek showing why he is the PSAC West Athlete of the Year. That 3-ball cuts the Rock lead to 1, and then The jumper from the top of the key, 1 point Gannon lead. Lewis Briggs, however, would split his foul shots. It could have given the Rock the lead. Instead, it forces a second overtime. Josh Martin would split those foul shots, missing the second one of 2 in that sequence. And then Adam Blazek, 3-ball, bang. Gannon with a 3-point lead. Ensuing possession, controversial replay. Ball goes out of bounds. They say Gannon ball, but watch closely. That's Rogerio Livermeno, 24, on the floor. But look at where his waist is on the baseline. Gannon would get possession. Rock made a last-ditch effort, but to no avail. Gannon 73, Slippery Rock 69. Although Maurice Lewis Briggs led all scorers with 32 points, it was Blazek and the Golden Knights who had the last word. Gannon shot 20 for 30 from the foul line, including 10 for 12 during the 2 overtimes, while the Rock went 23 for 35 from the charity stripe. That'll set up this weekend's PSAC Men's Final Four at East Stroudsburg. The Golden Knights faced Westchester in one semifinal, while East Stroudsburg, the number 2 team in the country, takes on Mercyhurst, who upset IUP on the road Tuesday night. Both teams from Erie are looking to avenge earlier losses. Gannon lost in Westchester by 1 back in January, while the Lakers lost at East Stroudsburg by 6 back in December. Our friends at Blue Ridge Cable will be producing Sunday's PSAC Men's Championship game. That'll air at 3:30 following the women's title game. Summerhill continues to earn accolades for her performance on the track. The freshman from Honesdale earned Most Outstanding Track Athlete honors during last weekend's PSAC Championship meet at Bucknell University. Hill won the mile run, placed 3rd in the 800-meter run, and was part of the distance medley relay team, along with Alex Zanella, Allison Hall, and Julie Friend, which captured gold at the PSAC meet. They will move on to compete at the NCAA Division II National Meet in Winston-Salem, North Carolina next weekend. The Vulcan women's track team also tied their best performance at the conference meet, finishing 5th behind Slippery Rock, East Stroudsburg, Shippensburg, and Edinburgh for the perennial powerhouses in PSAC women's track. So, you know, we saw in the CalCast, the weather's getting nicer, and not too early to talk about about baseball. Pirates are looking good so far.
I'm excited for baseball to come back. I typically don't get to watch too many games, but I'm hoping I get to watch a little more. I think it's a very fun sport. It's one of those sports I also prefer to be at live because it's a wonderful atmosphere.
Especially PNC Park being, I think, one of the best, if not the best, places to watch a game at. And then I can get back to my job at the Reading Phillies, doing my thing, going to every game. I miss the stadium.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been to, of course, PNC Park. I've been to Washington, Wrigley Field, Chicago, Fenway, and Boston. Nothing beats being at PNC Park. You look at probably the best skyline in the country. You got the Allegheny. I'd like to see a few more balls splashing into the river this year.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we will. Thanks, Creighton. And finally, if you're a typical dog owner, you know if your pet even suspects that it's bath time, they head for the hill or cry the whole way to the tub. Then we meet these 2 dogs and see you can't always believe all dogs are the same. Watch this.
Ready for bath time? Okay, come on. Wait! You do a little help there, Mamas? Come on. There we go. Come on. There you go. Any fun?
That's absolutely adorable. I wish my dog was excited to get in the bathtub as those 2 dogs were.
Yeah, we don't bathe our dogs at home because they're bigger, and my older dog she would have none of it, and our pit bull would be all over the place. He wouldn't know what to do. It would be a mess.
I just love videos about puppies. That needs to happen more often in this world. Absolutely.
I agree. That will do it for this week's edition of News Center.
Be sure to check out our live video feed on our website, cutv.calu.edu, and also check out our YouTube page, CUTV News Center.
Thanks for watching and have a great week.